Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Beast lied to you. He lied to the entire internet. And this can date all the way back to his statement he put out following the Kris Tyson, Ava Tyson allegations involving LavaGS and a bunch of other minors in a very creepy Discord and the artwork of ShadMan, right? We all know what that's about. Now we can head on over here and take a look at this statement that Mr. Beast put out. You know, corporate speak, where he says, "I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior, and I am disgusted and opposed." But is he so disgusted and opposed when he was a member of that Discord for so long, and when he still had up the artwork of ShadMan on his wall despite Kris Tyson moving away?
I just don't want to do it. And also, Kris, my roommate, moved out, so that doesn't really help either. So, I just don't want.
Now, you might have just noticed that's the exact same picture that was on this side of the wall right here of this video, tipping pizza delivery guys $10,000. This scene was at 9 minutes and 32 seconds. If we check out the tipping pizza delivery guys $10,000, this is the 9 minutes and 32 seconds now. Oh no, the clip is gone. He completely removed that scene. People are saying it's gone. Anyone else coming back for the Shad drawing? The clip was removed. Who knows? Now, of course, we know he ended up hiring an independent third party, the same independent third party that he probably hired when looking into the allegations of a SA of Kris Tyson and a woman. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions, again, which is quite ironic considering he was inside of the same exact server as Ava Kris Tyson making the same kinds of jokes. And we'll give him a bit of leeway. He wasn't completely being absolutely vile and disgusting as Ava Kris Tyson was, but he did do his fair share of cracking some pretty inappropriate jokes in a server that had a lot of minors, considering they were mostly his and Ava Kris Tyson's fans. Now, I'm sure we can remember when the Ava Kris Tyson allegations started going around, LavaGS ended up making a tweet saying these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. And he ended up calling out a Cheeto and sensitive society. Mind you, this has been up for about a week now. 16 million people have seen it, and it's still up. Completely false. He lied. And it's still on Twitter for 16 million people who have seen. Now, obviously, Discord screenshots started leaking out, which would cause Lava to post this new updated statement. Right, this was 5 or 6 years ago, and I thought I had a good memory of the situation, but I was wrong. After reading the chat logs, this stuff was inappropriate and wrong. I spoke based on the memory of the situation, and I still do not remember these conversations, but they definitely happened. Now, this kind of makes you wonder, who the heck is telling this guy to cover up so much? Because to this day, he is still putting out statements defending Ava Kris Tyson and defending these Discords and basically calling out commentary channels and other people who are making content to bring awareness to these situations and trying to make them look bad. Now, this would cause Nathan W., who was going to be a staff member of MrBeast, who was in this Discord when he was a bit of a young person himself, to drop the chriscott.github.io website, which had over 500,000 chat messages of the general logs that revealed some pretty insane off-the-walls things, a lot more than just edgy jokes, as LavaGS describes it. And then, of course, LavaGS would backpedal and make up another piece of garbage lie and say, I have seen the leaks, and while not as nearly damning as everyone thought they would be, there's a few individuals in the leaks who deserve to be investigated. One named Milk, who is an IRL friend of Kris and the same age as them, was someone me and I am Brian Freck grew to despise, and I'm sure he will agree with me on that. He was a disturbed individual, and we fought tooth and nail with Kris to get him banned, which did eventually happen. I encourage you all to read them thoroughly. So we are once again seeing Lava try to shift the narrative from just Kris and say, well, go after these guys too, go after these people too, when the real situation is none of this entire thing would have happened if Lava didn't come out to defend the person that took advantage of them for so long. But Lava would eventually say, I again am stating that I personally am not a victim, but there are many other allegations, the ShadMan stuff, the SA, and other victims coming out. I've seen that I strongly condemn. I hope they investigate it and the proper action is taken. Now, this guy was in the group chat with Kris Tyson, who was posting inappropriate things, talking about, PPs, talking about lollipops, you know, had a bot that would be in there posting anime corn. But yeah, I guess he's not a victim because, you know, he was a 14-year-old in a chat with a bunch of 20-year-olds in there doing disgusting, vile things. But he says he's not a victim, so I guess so. Now, in the Discord leaks, we would end up getting this very strange message right here between Discount Milk, MrBeast, some guy named It's Hayden, and Kris, the meme god, obviously Ava Kris Tyson, where MrBeast would make some pretty strange comments about Ava Kris Tyson's pee-pee size. Not sure why. Again, you can say this was just an edgy joke, but the chat was full of minors, and a lot of people were saying, well, this can just be anyone. I mean, Discord you can change your name at any time. This was a whole different time, right? This could have just been a fan, just some random person. You even have a whole bunch of community notes which are saying this is not verified. At the time on Discord, you could set your name to whatever you want. This alleged MrBeast handle sent fewer than 20 messages out of the 500,000 in the Discord channel over 4 years. But this person, nickname goes here, would make a thread on how this is 100% MrBeast and why the community notes are incorrect. There are multiple posts that mention Jimmy, along with a post that is eerily similar to the video that circulated a few days back. And we can see this is from the original leak, the first leak before the 500,000. Bruh, Jimmy left this server, which was the first confirmation that Jimmy was in it. People were wondering what was posted, what was shared before Jimmy decided to leave. We also have this post right here from MrBeast, and it says Danielle Bergoli, the only real Danielle Bad Baby YouTube channel. Mind you, a video has recently gone viral of MrBeast making some pretty disgusting, gross comments that people are trying to say is a joke about Bad Baby, where he asked a bunch of grown men, oh, you guys wouldn't, you know, do something to Bad Baby, who at the time was like 14 years old? The account that posted this had its user ID leaked in the chat logs. The account had Kris's friend role. Keep in mind, user IDs never change, even after name changes. We can see down here, MrBeast6451. With that info, you can look up the user ID on sites such as Discord lookup/user. This website tells you the account is still active and has a new name. So you can see that MrBeast's account has changed their name to Jacqueline the Goat. But it was created 7 years ago, back in 2016. And you can see this user ID matches the MrBeast6451. This account used to own the server before the account the community note mentions took over. The archive is here. And we can see on archive.org, you know, it's a great site where people can archive old websites and old things that have changed. MrBeast Gaming Discord that had 472,000 people in it, 28 boosts at the time. It was made in May 4th, 2020, owned by Jack and the Goat. This account also had his official accounts linked to it. Here's a screen recording of that. You cannot link accounts that you cannot log into, which is very true. Whenever you try to link a YouTube, a Twitter, anything, it's going to make you log in. It's going to say, do you want to give Discord permission to do this? And then it's going to show the website with a check mark next to it. And as we can see, he's in the MrBeast Gaming server. He types in the name Jackin. He goes to his account, and you can see down here under the connections, MrBeast Gaming and MrBeast. And when you click on it, there you go, MrBeast Gaming and MrBeast. Also, for why he's white in that screenshot, it's archived the current state of the server whenever the logs were yoinked. That's why some colors don't line up. And that's pretty obvious. These screenshots and things were back from like 2017, 2018. It's obviously going to look a little different and be preserved a lot differently than in 2024. Thank you, Tony Omega and Burns, for the help on getting some of this info. Please like and retweet. And then Nathan makes a great point. Amazing thread. Thank you for making this. Didn't even realize they tried to cover up Jimmy's old Discord by changing the name, but they left the official accounts connected. Jimmy, why are you going out of your way to hide something? I mean, you say you didn't know about it. It would have looked terrible for you to say, hey, I did know about it. That's why I left the server. I regret being a part of it. Kris Tyson's still been removed. But you are lying. You are pretending as if you didn't see any of this. You're pretending like you weren't making the PP jokes. Although it is just a joke, I can understand some dark humor, some edgy humor. Although it might not have been very appropriate in the server full of children, you are a liar. You knew that what was happening in this server, whether you want to admit it. The logs are showing exactly that, MrBeast. Now, I'm sure you guys are all aware of this video. I work for MrBeast. He's a fraud now by Dogpack404, who was a former employee of MrBeast for a few months. Now it's hit 4,240,000 views. Lots of people are seeing it. Lots of trolls are coping. Lots of losers are coming out saying, it ain't as serious. Who cares if he fakes? Who cares if he does fake giveaways and fake gambling and allows children to come and gamble and do all kinds of things that children shouldn't be doing? Who cares? We care. And that's why we're making content on it. Thankfully, Asmongold and XQC have finally reacted to it. It's making its rounds. XQC probably didn't add much. He just sat in the corner like, is this real chat? Anyways, this guy Chucky, who is a current MrBeast staff member, ended up coping. He's coming out to try to discredit the video that was put out. I quickly want to debunk some of the info in this video since the guy who made it was on my team. It was my decision to fire him for erratic behavior. He worked at the company for less than a month and wasn't an employee for most of the videos he mentions to have knowledge on. There's so much in his video and I want to specifically address him saying our videos are fake or staged because this is not true and I was on set for so many videos. Now I'm going to link this tweet down below because he just yaps on and he doesn't exactly point out any of the good points that this video makes. He says, you won't get in a video unless you're family or friends with someone that works at MrBeast. And he just talks about that. The train wreck was CGI. The bus wheels are CGI. The pit is fake. Stupid. The raccoon was a paid actor. This guy literally included a joke as criticism for why the video was bad. A literal joke. The raccoon was a paid actor. I don't even know what to say. They're clearly not an actor. Yes, that was the joke. He snuck in a joke into a bunch of other serious claims. It's kind of how the world works. I make jokes when serious things are happening. People can clearly tell when something is a joke. This wink was added in post. The revenge storyline was added in post. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways are fake. You notice how in this he doesn't once mention the gambling, how, Feastables, swaps at the chocolate, they're not really as healthy as MrBeast describes it as. The fake merchandise giveaways where kids are saying, go buy a bunch of merch and we'll put some money in your merch box, whatever. And then right here we see some glazing. Jimmy spends unfathomable amounts of money and time to ensure the integrity of what he does, and I hate to see it come into question with a bunch of lies. Dawson, if you leave this up, then you're a hypocrite. No, you are a boot-licking glazer, okay? Your boss obviously is in hot water right now. You should have not said a word. Also, you kind of look a lot like LavaGS right now, where all of a sudden something starts going viral, people are starting to look into something, and you say, well, actually, you're a doofus. That's well, actually. Andy Worski makes a really good point. Fake signatures, fake lotteries, rigging competitions, employee who keeps winning, promoting gambling to kids, changing ingredients in Feastables to make them very unhealthy, and rigging the chocolate factory competition, being exposed for the hide-and-seek competition by Rosanna Pansino, and more, all had evidence. You responded to the most mildest criticism and jokes. And I said, bro said, OMG, he said the raccoon was an actor. This is baloney. Which is basically what he did. He ignored all these great points. Fake signatures, fake lotteries, rigged competitions. The same person that wins over and over and over, promoting gambling to kids like Rice Gum, like Jake Paul, like all of the losers that came before. None of these claims were addressed, but hey, you're going to talk about how the CGI wheels on the truck go around. Are you serious? And here we have another situation where MrBeast is trying to hide things, right? Anon Bird, Turkey Tom, Tom Dark, you might know him. Just an FYI for anyone making videos about MrBeast or Kris Tyson stuff, the old attack helicopter clip is being copyright claimed, worldwide block on the clip by a claimant named Spotter3. My video from today got taken down, removing that clip, will be back up soon. Now I watched this video, he ended up covering the Kris Tyson situation where the person came out to accuse her of SA, right? It was a pretty good video. He came to a lot of the same conclusions as I did, but it was a very long video, a 37-minute video. And you can see right here, this, 1 minute clip got the entire video claimed. So obviously we are seeing an abuse of power by whoever is behind this Spotter_3 account. Very suspicious. Very, very suspicious. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is about where I wrap up today's milking session. As always, like, subscribe, share the content around. I really appreciate you all helping me get to 10K in such a short time. More MrBeast content, more Kris Tyson content. As always, I am trying my best. trying my quickest to get everything out to you all. Let me know what you think of all of the controversies and situations going on. You know, Sunny V2 was right. Rosanna Pansino was right. All these creators are right now. Everybody's making great points. Everybody's finally starting to speak up, and we're watching the downfall of MrBeast in real time. It's a crazy situation, and we're watching the rise of CamNuggets, and I applaud you all. I appreciate you all. Love and support you all for helping me get to this point. Peace out.